Hi student, how are you? How are you spending your holidays? I think you are enjoying it, but along with it, you have to prepare your studies also. Okay. Last day I discussed some parts of endocrine system. Today I am starting another part, that is pancreas. Have you seen what is it? I think you are thinking that I have drawn one leaf. No, it is not leaf. It is looking like leaf, but it is not leaf. It is one kind of organ, that is pancreas. It is yellowish in color, and this is not stem. It is a part of one digestive tract. It is known as duodenum, and in the loop of this duodenum, this portion is present. Okay, I have just magnified this picture and I have drawn here. Okay, another one. Here I have written one thing, exoendocrine gland. Exoendo, that means both are present. Exo and endo mean they are the mixture of two kinds of glands. What is that? Exo and endo. Okay, that means it consists of exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Not only this pancreas, some kinds of glands in human bodies are considered as exoendocrine glands. Among them, one of the greatest example is pancreas. Here, the exocrine gland, it is known as pancreatic acini. Okay, some digestion related enzymes will be secreted from this ductular gland because they have duct. And this endocrine part is known as islets of Langerhans. Here I have drawn one picture, cross section of this picture. Here have you seen some oval structures are surrounding this. These oval structures are known as pancreatic acini, and this portion is known as islets of Langerhans. These pancreatic acini have duct. They have duct, that means they are ductular glands, and they are related with some digestion process. They are secreting different kinds of enzymes, and they are surrounding like an island these cells, that is known as islets of Langerhans. And there are different kinds of cells are present. I have so many cells, but I have given some examples which are very important to know. First one, alpha cell, beta cell, and third one is D cell, that is delta cell. Okay. Here alpha cell will secrete one kind of hormone, that is known as glucagon. Second one, beta cell will secrete one kind of hormone, that is insulin. And delta cell or D cell will secrete one kind of hormone, that is known as somatostatin. Clear? Now, what is the function of glucagon? If the level of sugar or glucose decreases in the blood, it will be controlled or it will be increased by the level of glucagon. They will break down glycogen, which is stored in our body. In animal cell, excess food, excess carbohydrate will be stored as glycogen in liver and muscles. That glycogen will be broken down into glucose by the process of glycogenolysis. Lysis means breaking down. Glycogen will be converted into glucose by this hormone, that is known as glucagon hormone. Another one I have written, that is insulin. They will do the just opposite function. What is that? If the level of glucose increases in the blood, it will be decreased or controlled by this hormone, that is insulin. How will they do this one? They will convert excess glucose into glycogen. That process is known as glycogenolysis, and this one glycogenesis. And third one I have written somatostatin hormone. Okay. This somatostatin hormone is also known as inhibitory hormone. Why? Because they will inhibit the secretion of some kinds of hormone, insulin, glucagon, etc., which are secreted from here. Clear? And sometimes somatostatin is also known as growth inhibitory hormone. Okay? So, here I have given the examples or functions of different kinds of hormones. Now I have to discuss the function, that means insulin promotes the utilization of glucose in the body. Now I have to explain about the hyper or hyposecretion of these kinds of hormones. Okay, if insulin, the due to hypo, that means less secretion of insulin, what will be happening? Excess glucose will be stored in our body, and excess glucose will be excreted along with the urine. Okay, level of glucose will be increased, it will cross the threshold level. So what will be happening? Excess glucose or sugar will be excreted along with the urine. That kind of disease is known as diabetes mellitus. What is the name I have told you? Diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. Okay. And if hypersecretion of insulin, what will be happening? The same here, insulin shock may happen. Excess glucose will be decreased in the blood. So what will be happening? Another one, the persons will be fainted, they may die for that also. At that time, excess sugar should be supplied to them. Insulin shock may happen due to hypersecretion of insulin, and hyposecretion of insulin cause one kind of disease, that is diabetes mellitus. Okay, so here this disease is very important because excess sugar will be excreted with the urine. Clear? So glucagon, if hypersecretion, what will be happening? Level of glucose will be increasing, and at that time, if the secretion of glucagon increases, what will be happening? The level of insulin will be decreasing. That means secretion of insulin will be decreasing for excess secretion of glucagon, and they will convert excess glycogen into glucose, which is very dangerous for us. Okay, it can cross the threshold level. Clear? And it will be controlled by insulin. If the level of insulin decreases, so what will be happening? Again the level of glucose increases, and at that time persons will be suffering from diabetes mellitus, excess sugar, and they will be feeling very weak now, and they may die also. Okay students, so I have just completed this one. I think you will be enjoying your days, and another one I am discussing you, another topic will be discussed later, that will be adrenal gland. Thank you.